So this old-fashioned apple cake is somewhere between a cake and a bread pudding. And wait till you see what this topping does. Are you ready? Let's go. In a big bowl, you need 1 can of apple pie filling. Now, back in the 1960s, Bonnie, I don't know what size can of apple pie filling you meant, but you didn't write it down here. So what have we learned from this? If we want to pass down recipes to the next generations, we need to make sure that we write down the increments that are actually on the packages that we use. For instance, there are cake mixes that are only 13.25 ounces. Most of them are. Some of them are 15.25. So if you're going to pass down a recipe using cake mixes or cans, make sure that you write down the measurements. This one is 21 ounces. So Bonnie, I hope that's what you meant by your recipe here for Bonnie's apple cake, because that's what I have. 1 cup of granulated sugar. One time I said white sugar and somebody said, why are you calling it white sugar? Because it's not brown sugar? So now I call it granulated sugar. So Bonnie's recipe says 2 cups of flour. I'm using all-purpose flour. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1½ teaspoons of baking soda. Okay. 2/3 cup of vegetable oil. So Bonnie's recipe actually says 2/3 cup of salad oil, butter flavored. Bonnie, I don't have butter flavored salad oil. And yeah, they used to call Wesson oil. Do you remember they used to call it salad oil? But no, I was thinking about putting some butter flavoring in to compensate, but I'm not going to do that. 2 beaten eggs. Add those beaten eggs. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. 3/4 cup of walnuts, but don't put all of them into the batter. It says save half of the walnuts for the topping. So there's 3/4 cup. And I'll put in half and save the other half for the topping. Put it in the bowl, mix it all up. Now, Bonnie also says here, canned raisins, and there's a question mark. So I actually went and looked that up, wondering if raisins used to come in a can. Or did they come into cardboard cartons like we buy them in now in the store, and she was just calling that a can? I don't know. But she never says how much to put in. If you're going to put in raisins, I could throw in some raisins. Let me go get my raisins. I'll throw some in. So because Bonnie's recipe has the word raisins on there, I'm just going to throw in a few raisins. For those of you that don't like raisins, don't put them in. In fact, for those of you that don't like any of this stuff, don't put any of it in. Just don't make the recipe. All right, get this all mixed up. It's supposed to look like that. Very thick. Bonnie also doesn't say what size pan to use, but it gets baked. It says a baking pan. So I'm going to use my 9x13 pan, and I'm going to spray it with this stuff since it already has flour built in. Prepare a 9x13 baking pan. Put this down into your prepared pan. It's mighty thick. It's kind of like a dump cake, isn't it? Never thought of that until just now. Not really, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how this turns out. It smells good already. So just get that into that pan as best you can. There it is. I'm going to pop it into a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven and bake it for 35 to 40 minutes. In a pan, right before the cake gets done, get 1/2 cup of sour cream. Now, her recipe doesn't say 1/2 cup, but I know that that's what she means because right before that she wrote 1 cup of sugar. And then right after that, she wrote half sour cream. So that means half a cup of sour cream. And I'm sorry, my dogs are going crazy because they were just outside on this hot day playing in the pool. Add in 1 cup of granulated sugar. Boys, you better not be on that couch and you wet. Add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And then you're going to bring that to a boil. Now what's going to happen is that baking soda is going to react with the acid in the sour cream, and it's going to create a foamy, aerated glaze that sets up more as a, get down, more as a fudgy, tangy crust rather than a pourable glaze. So go ahead and I'll put this over on the stove and I'll bring this to a boil. Doesn't say, Bonnie does not say when to add in those nuts for the topping, but I'm gonna go ahead and add those nuts in right before I pour that topping on the hot cake as it comes out of the oven. I've only got a few more minutes. Man, that smells good. Just took it out of the oven. Mine was in there for 37 minutes, and now I'm gonna pour the hot topping over the top. Okay, I boiled mine until it foamed way up. I've already got the nuts in there, and I'm just gonna pour it over the top. Now, unlike the granny cake that I made with that pourable sauce, I thought that perhaps Bonnie had made a mistake and left out the butter. But then I got to looking at it and I knew that that baking soda was going to make the sour cream not mix together. And in fact, they would react, and they did. It created this foam. So now I'm gonna just let it sit and cool down, and we're gonna taste Bonnie's apple cake. Smells good. I could see where this would taste really good warm. However, this has cooled off to the point that it's pretty cold. It's interesting, look at this. That glaze, it's kind of, see, you can pull it. Very different. It's different. I've never seen anything like that before. Have you? Never seen anything like that. It's more like a cobbler, really, than a cake. It's more like a cobbler. That topping is so different. It's really good. It's just different. This is really good. In fact, she wrote on here in her own handwriting, very good. Bonnie's right. This is very good. This is really easy to make. So if you're looking for something different to take to a potluck, and you can really just dig it out like with a spoon, like a cobbler actually, instead of trying to cut it into a cake. It's definitely cake texture though, see? There's a crumb to it. Wow, that is different. I did not expect that. I bet you this would taste better served warm. I mean, it tastes delicious now, but I bet you it would taste even more delicious served warm, maybe with some ice cream on the side. So yeah, I give that a make that. Yum. As always, you can find the full recipe pinned in the comments or in the video description.